This insane real-time image generation program from Hunyuan created these images. This image too was created with what is probably the best AI image generator of all time. And with that, a warm welcome to Unabhängige Freunde. Tencent Hunyuan has now released a state-of-the-art image generator, and today I'll tell you how you can use it, whether it will be an open source model, and what makes it so special. Let's see how the cappuccino tastes with Hunyuan's new powerhouse. We're diving right in. Let's go. Since OpenAI's image generator, not much has happened in the image market, but Hunyuan wants to claim this market for itself as well and is bringing an absolute game changer, friends. What you're seeing here are not real photographs, but images generated with Hunyuan Image 2.0. Regardless of style, it delivers absolutely top results. It's so exciting once again. If you'd like to support me, feel free to leave a like now. Let's keep going. One of the reasons I'm so enthusiastic is the benchmarks, which are off the charts. In the overall rating, it beat the next best, HyDream, by 0.12 points. How this works is, users are shown images that were generated with the same prompt, and the user decides which image is the best. And that's how these benchmarks are created. What was once state-of-the-art, like Flux or DALL-E, is far from what Hunyuan Image 2.0 has achieved. In a single object evaluation, HyDream still scores 0.1 points higher, but that's generally a category that receives quite high ratings. For two object evaluations, HyDream also has one more point, but when it comes to counting, colors, position, and color attribution, as well as the overall rating, that is, which image I like best, it is miles ahead. What makes it so strong is that you have object control, you have character control, you can edit images in real time, and you have additional features. In this case, it shows how a llama becomes a colorful llama with a background. And here, the model was booked for a job. Even the lighting is like a photo studio. Then there are also multi-reference examples here. A very important aspect for AI artists who want to depict their model or subject in different clothing and environments. Here, the penguin was dressed in a full outfit, and the cat is shown in higher resolution with a beautiful background. Especially impressive are the photorealistic photography imitations like this one. And here the panda is shown with the cat in different styles. It goes from photorealistic to 2D art. With this 2D art, for example, you can create a children's book, which is pretty cool. And all of this is done within the tool using prompts. A lot of people are trying their hand at it. The image editing models form the basis for super videos. Anyone among us who works with generative AI, I'm currently using ChatGPT's image generator, Stable Diffusion, and Kling.ai, mainly because of the consistent character function. Do you have a consistent character that you maintain? Feel free to write in the comments what your go-to image AI model is. They call it a real-time image generator, which basically means when you enter something down there, it is immediately displayed above. This lady was repositioned again during the linking process, and improvements were made. That means you type something in, and as you type, the image changes instantly, in real time. So it's kind of like Photoshop. If you have an image and want to improve it, like with this picture, you can, for example, add flowers, and they'll be added in real time. This real-time editing can really make life a lot easier. The realism is what completely blows me away. It doesn't have that plastic look like Flax, and it doesn't have that beige tint like ChatGPT's image generator. Instead, it's actually more like a real camera. Here are a few more cool examples with a penguin traveling the world. Here he is on the Great Wall of China, and again, what's happening up there changes in real time. You can also see a microphone, so you can control the whole thing with your voice instantly. And here, for example, he's in another city at the Oriental Pearl Tower in 1980, so he can time travel too. That's one impressive penguin. I have to say, a pretty cool thing is that on the left, a snowman was sketched, which is then shown on the right. Here, a contour is added in Chinese and made larger. We can now see that in the image on the right, so all of this happens in real time. And now the snowman, or rather its style, is used to create a snow chick. Pretty cool. Writing that as a prompt would be more difficult, but using it as a reference image and then drawing or uploading a chick on the left and having it take on that style, that seems to work really well. Take a look at this. So here we see how he selects the chick image. On the right, there's still the snowman, and then he probably enters a prompt saying it should be in that style. And just look at that. That's really well done, isn't it? Doing that with just a prompt would be pretty difficult at that level of detail. And once you have the chick, you can of course render it in different styles, from photorealistic to pixel art and so on. Now they've depicted Albert Einstein with another lady, and well, that's neither the lady nor Albert Einstein. I know, I don't understand Chinese. So I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be, but still, it has to be mentioned that it's not perfect. Oh, look, while I'm speaking, now that's 100% Albert Einstein. I assume that this here is the reference slider and that they're trying to demonstrate it. That's why the further you move it to the right, the more it resembles the subject, which in turn is quite impressive. Because if you don't want your subject to be 100% exact, but just look similar, then with this slider here, you have the option to do that in real time. Very cool. I hope they also push it all the way to 100. So even with a penguin and the subject slider set to 79, it looks pretty cool. And it took the style from the original image for the penguin. So you can just use a penguin pictogram here and it will be done perfectly. Now they've moved the slider to 91 and at the same time changed the style. That's why I can't say how exactly one-to-one it can be with the subject right now. Can you already use it? You can put yourself on the Tencent waiting list. It should be noted here that Tencent didn't have any regulations for the EU yet, at least when Hunyuan Custom was introduced. I don't know what it's like today when you're watching this video, but as for licensing, whether you can use it commercially and so on, I don't know. It's best to get advice from a lawyer about that. But you can go to hunyuan.tencent.com and translate the whole thing with Google Translate, and then you can click on Test Now here and have the option to put yourself on the waiting list, and then you'll be informed. You can register here with an email address or with a phone number. This is a Chinese website. There you'll be able to use it locally, for free, and uncensored. I assume that's exactly how it will be. So far, all video and media models from Hunyuan have been released as open source. As soon as it becomes available, I will let you know. And an absolutely impressive demonstration of image generation in 2025. What we'll have by the end of the year, I hardly dare to imagine. Let's just wait and see. Decasino seems like a very good alternative to Stable Diffusion and Flax. Finally, a state-of-the-art image generation diffusion model. Did you enjoy the video? Feel free to support me with a like. I hope to see you next time. Until then, feel free to check out this video as well.